Growing up, every day I was glued to the TV, like of other kids I'm sure, but I was watching it all back in the day. Billy and Mandy, SpongeBob, Courage the Cowardly Dog, all of those cartoons. I watched so much that I actually wanted to create my own one day. I know, what an original dream, right? Growing up, I legitimately wanted to create a cartoon, but due to a little thing called video games and a lot of procrastinating, that didn't happen. But to this day, I still have that dream to create a cartoon, and I'm going to. But before I can do that, I really needed to make a character first, something that stuck out to me. And by accident, I created a character I really love. But before I get into that and show you guys the character, I actually want to walk through kind of how I created him. So I'd like to go into this part and say, creating a character was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I can't tell you how many times I got frustrated to where I just quit and I just stopped working on him. Doesn't mean I didn't work on him here and there, but I never really fully put time into this character. But after a while, I landed on something I thought was really good. Now obviously I don't have the moment on film where I came up with the character, but I'm gonna do my best to try to recreate it for you so you get a better understanding of where I'm coming from. Also, unfortunately, the very first sketch of this character will not be in this video because I did not draw it on a piece of paper. I accidentally drew it on a whiteboard, and you know how those spontaneous moments can go where you just create something. Unfortunately, I don't even have a picture since it was just a family joke for a little bit. Okay, so when starting this character, I really had no idea where to go. I was pretty much going into this blind. I didn't look up any tutorials on how to create the perfect character or anything. I just sat down with a piece of paper and pencil, or a whiteboard in this instance, and I just drew him up. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But however, I did add more onto it later. When creating a character, the problem with cartoon characters is they have to have a really killer design, or else they're just not going to be memorable. Take SpongeBob, Invader Zim, Dipper from Gravity Falls. Like, all of these characters have such great designs, and that's kind of what I wanted to contribute with when making my character. And at this part is when I began getting frustrated. I had no idea what I even wanted this character to be or look like. I had no clue. So I gave up. I gave up. I was so frustrated. I just went back downstairs in my room and just watched whatever I watched. Out of sight, out of mind, didn't want to think about this character no more. I was over him. So much so that I had planned to make this video months beforehand, but I just now getting around to it. I drew a little here and there, but nothing really serious. Till, like I said, I was messing around on the whiteboard and boom, there it was. It just hit me. I wasn't really sure about it at first, but something just drew me toward it, you know? Now with a few tweaks to the first rough draft, and a couple days later, I was finally able to introduce Stuffy, the vampire marshmallow. Now I know, looking at this character, you can easily see, oh, that's just a ripoff of Kirby. Which, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that, but as lame as an excuse as this is gonna sound, I wasn't really thinking about Kirby when creating this character. That was just kind of a coincidence. It wasn't until after I drew Stuffy that I started making the connection. So I don't see it as a copy since I was not inspired by Kirby in any way. Now the decision to make him a marshmallow is weird. At the time I was actually eating marshmallows when coming up with this design. But that was just like more of a placeholder at first. But then the idea really grew on me and I liked the idea that he's a marshmallow. So after I created the first official draft, I started drawing him more and more and more. My brother even drew him. And so much so, I wanted to kind of expand on the world already. I know it's a sudden jump since I only created the character, but I did the most original thing I could think of. I gave him a brother that looks just like him. And not only does he look just like him, but their names rhyme too. So we have Stuffy the Marshmallow Vampire, and we got Duffy the Marshmallow Vampire. I wanted to give Stuffy a brother because I didn't really feel like Stuffy could hold something by himself. So I would really like it if he bounced off another character. So after creating this character, I wanted to push it a little more. So I hired an artist. I found her, I commissioned her, and she drew this. And as of now, this is the official artwork of Stuffy the Vampire Marshmallow. She did a really good job on it, and I don't have any complaints about it. This is the official look, and this is what I've been pushing. The world, now, much thought hasn't been on that. I really only made the characters first right now. A lot more will be worked on. I really want to work on this. I really want to develop it later on down the road. Right now, I'm kind of working on some other projects, but yeah, I made a cartoon character. It's great. It's awesome. I will say this: the setting is Transylvania style, since he's a vampire, and it's gonna be dark, grimy. It's gonna be. I don't want to make an adult cartoon. I want to make it like PG-13, or enough to where kids and adults can both like the cartoon, as I feel most timeless cartoons are like that. But that's all in the future. I'm hoping you guys will hear more Stuffy in the future, and I'm really hoping to write a script soon and at least get a 2-minute short out or something like that within the future. I don't know. I'm not gonna set a date because I know I won't go through with that date because stuff happens and I can't control that. So, but let me know what you guys think. Is there any potential for Stuffy? Do you like him? Is there any characters you made that you want to share about? Please let me know in the comments below. I appreciate it. Also, be sure to give this video a like because it does help the channel out. And hey, you don't have to like if you don't want to, but it is appreciated and it is free. And a lot of people can't turn down a lot of free stuff, so yeah, go ahead. Also, be sure to follow both of my socials. I have a Twitter. I rarely use it, but if you want to follow it, please do. Link in the description. And also I have an Instagram where I am a lot more active on, and you should go follow me on there because it'll make you cooler. Like it's confirmed. It's confirmed. It'll make you cooler. Alright guys, so with all that, I'm gonna sign out. Be sure to look out for future projects because they are in the works and I'm very excited to get them out to you. So yeah. Alright, with all that said, you guys have a good one. See ya.